up, everybody? Thank you for joining us on this very special episode of the Non-Applicable Podcast.
Special ed.
I'm Chubbs.
I'm One Take. I'm from Warren.
Facebook and...
That's where I come from.
She's probably not listening to this episode. Facebook and Instagram, na.podcast919. Twitter, na_podcast919. SoundCloud, na_podcast919. While you're here on the YouTubes, like, share, and subscribe. If you're not on the YouTubes, go to the YouTubes and like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, go to our social media. It's in our bios.
So this special episode is our predictions episode for WWE BATTLEGROUND, presented Sunday, July 20th?
20th? Wait, today's the 22nd. 23rd.
Today's the 21st.
Is it?
What's today?
Saturday, the 22nd.
So it's the 23rd. Tomorrow. Today, if you're listening.
Yeah, today.
July 23rd, period.
SmackDown pay-per-view.
Okay, so there's 8 matches on the card.
So you're going to run through the card first?
Yeah, 1 on the pre-show.
That we know of.
Yeah. Pre-show so far, Ty Dillinger versus Aiden English. Then we're going to have Sami Zayn versus Mike Kanellis. Then we're going to have the Fatal 5-Way for the number 1 contender spot for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. And that is Becky, Charlotte, Natalya, Tamina, and Lana. Then we have AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens for the United States title. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Baron Corbin. The Usos versus the New Day for the tag team titles. Cena versus Rusev in a flag match. And then Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. Are you ready, One Take?
I guess.
All right. Ty Dillinger versus Aiden English. Who you got?
10. You just write down 10?
No. I wrote I was going to write 1 parenthesis, but I wrote the parenthesis in the other direction. Anyway, all right, so we're both taking Ty Dillinger.
Even though I wouldn't be surprised if they gave it to Aiden, just because we don't really know where they're going with that feud or if this is it.
Right, I wouldn't be surprised either. It wouldn't be a clean win for sure.
No, it'd be him like getting angry and.
Yeah. So we're both taking Ty. Sami Zayn versus Mike Kanellis.
Probably gonna be Mike. I'm saying that just because he's new on the roster, even though he won the. That kind of makes me want to change that thought.
See, I'd rather if Sammy had won their first matchup on SmackDown.
But they weren't gonna have Mike lose his first match on TV.
Right. But are they gonna have Sammy eat 2 pins in a row to the same guy? I mean, this clearly is not gonna be a long feud.
Right.
Or it shouldn't be.
I mean, Mike. I'm going Mike just because.
I'm taking Mike, too, because Maria will be ringside. I think she's going to get involved.
Again.
And then it might actually lead to a third match that's like a no DQ or something.
Yeah.
That way Sammy can win, but Mike still gets put over because he's got 2 victories. Fatal 5-Way.
This is actually the one that I'm most, not sure about. Is it weird that I want to pick Lana just based on Tamina?
I mean, that's what I'm doing.
I know she's in it, but I just feel like they keep putting Lana into these things. There's got to be a reason behind it where they're not just going to have her continue to lose. I mean, I guess they could, but I mean, she's already a heel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not like they need to have this build-up of frustration for her to get angry and beat on everyone to turn heel.
Right.
You know what I mean? It sucks because it should be Becky or Charlotte, realistically.
Yes.
Especially after the match those two just put on SmackDown last week. That was a great match.
Right.
From start to finish. I'm gonna pick Lana just based on I'm hoping they're gonna give us some frigging information about her and Tamina that makes sense.
Okay. Good luck with that. I'm also taking Lana for the reason of Tamina being there and given their dynamic over the past few weeks. AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens for the United States title.
If I'm going with AJ.
Okay, I as well.
Mainly because they had that little backstage thing with AJ and Shinsuke. And I feel like that was a weird nod to put in there if AJ wasn't going to keep the belt.
Unless AJ loses, right? And then on SmackDown, they're backstage again, and Shinsuke's just like, or maybe not, and then leaves.
No about.
Yeah, I'm also taking AJ, and I'm telling you right now, if I do not see the phenomenal forearm happen off of a pop-up powerbomb attempt,
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm gonna be very upset. I'm
Well,
gonna
I was
write a
gonna
stern letter to somebody.
What I was gonna say would mean they were gonna have another match, and it would have to be at a big. I was gonna say they'd save it for a bigger pay-per-view like SummerSlam, but
Yeah, if Kevin Owens.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be AJ and Shinsuke at SummerSlam, even though it shouldn't be. It should be waited until WrestleMania, in my opinion.
Yeah,
And that's just because I want them both to have a WrestleMania moment together.
What if they have their for the U.S. title, right, at SummerSlam, and then somehow it turns out it's for the WWE title at
WrestleMania. I'd rather it be that way at WrestleMania.
Right, without the SummerSlam match.
Right.
But
either way, if it cultivates into being the World Championship at WrestleMania, that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Even if they do have the match at SummerSlam.
Okay, so we both pick AJ. Speaking of Shinsuke versus Baron Corbin.
I'm going to pick Baron unless there is technically no finish.
Okay.
Can I add that?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, and also, we're both picking AJ to retain the title.
Yeah, he's
doesn't
leaving
necessarily
with
have to win the match.
He's leaving with the championship.
Right. I mean, he could if Kevin Owens gets disqualified or AJ gets disqualified or there's a count out.
Or they both get counted out fighting outside the ring.
Right. AJ is leaving with the title.
Right.
We're both taking Baron Corbin.
Because the way they're building him, it would make no sense to have him lose to Shinsuke, even though it is Shinsuke.
Right.
I expect it to be a atypical, brutal, strong style Shinsuke match where he's going to look strong and Baron's just going to edge out by the skin of his teeth.
Right. Okay. Number 6, we have the Usos versus the New Day for the tag titles.
I want to pick the Usos because I feel like they're going to have the New Day win the belts at a more meaningful...
SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if the New Day loses, they don't technically get a rematch. If they win, the Usos get a rematch. Then at SummerSlam, New Day would just retain.
Right. Which wouldn't be as
right.
spectacular.
So my thing is like if Usos win this, how are they going to continue the feud technically based on WWE's way of doing things?
The same way they did it last time, where it's not an actual pin or submission. There's either going to be a DQ or a count out.
They can't do the count out a thing again. Because they already did it with these tag teams.
I mean, how much heel heat does that add?
It doesn't to me. It annoys me, but not in a heel fashion. To me, it's lazy creation or creative. It's just, we understand we want to get heel heat, but instead of having them get themselves disqualified intentionally by bringing a chair in or something like that, it's just like, let's have them walk away and get counted out again.
Right.
I mean, I get the thought behind the heel heat, but you can't continue to beat a dead horse. Have them get themselves disqualified by cheating or doing something that is legit heelish, opposed to walk away.
Or getting the third member of the New Day that's not in the match, probably Xavier in this case, to hit them.
Yeah.
Right. For that reason, I'm picking the Usos to leave with the titles because there's going to be some sort of special stipulation at SummerSlam.
Right.
To where it's like a no DQ,
or it's a
cage match. I mean, they could even make it Hell in a Cell.
Right.
Something. So I'm picking the Usos.
We're going to have to differ on something.
We're going to differ on number 7, I promise you.
I'm going with the Usos on that one as well, by the way.
Okay. Actually, we might not differ on 7. Number 7, John Cena versus Rusev in a flag match in the birthplace of the nation.
It's totally Rusev.
Yeah. Because, again, heel heat. And then Cena doesn't have to eat a pin. Rusev doesn't have to eat a pin.
Yeah. It's literally they just need to get the flag and get it to the ramp and put it in its holster, right?
Exactly. As much as I think with the build up and everything, it should be Cena, given that it's in the birthplace of America, and it's a flag match.
Yeah, but that's
And
exactly why they're
Rusev not needing to eat the pin in that case, it's not going to hurt him to lose this match.
If Rusev wasn't gone for as long as he was, I wouldn't have picked him to win. Same reason. Remember, I picked Braun to beat Roman.
Yeah.
Same reasoning behind this one, for me.
All right.
I know John Cena's been gone, but it's John Cena.
Right. Number 8. Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton in a Punjabi prison match for the WWE Championship.
And still, your reigning WWE Punjabi champion, the Canadian.
Yeah. I just...
Jinder, let's go to Mahal today.
The thing is, if Orton wins, okay, fine. The problem is that they're going to want to take the belt off of Jinder eventually and then have it be on somebody for a while.
Or at least a little bit.
And it's not going to be Randy.
Ish.
Because then you're also going to have the rematch at SummerSlam.
He's already been around that belt too much this year.
Unless they do it, unless he beats, if Orton wins Sunday, they have their rematch Tuesday, and then that feud is squashed, and then Orton drops the belt at SummerSlam to somebody. But I don't see it happening. Jinder's going to retain. Jinder's going to drop the belt at SummerSlam, probably to John Cena.
Maybe.
But still, like, how do you lose a match, Cena, and then you're granted the number 1 contender spot for a title? Any title.
John Cena.
Because Baron Corbin.
Baron
What if,
Corbin.
in an effort to get the belt off of him, no, it wouldn't work for the Punjabi prison because the pinfall, if Baron Corbin were to cash in his Money in the Bank contract, briefcase, the pinfall would have to take place in the ring, right? I don't think there's a stipulation where you can cash it in backstage and all of a sudden it's a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Well, so...
It's a contract for a single one-on-one match.
That's actually a good statement question, because has anyone ever cashed in a stipulations match?
Like, where when they cashed in, it was made a stipulation match?
No, like, so if somebody had a no DQ match has pinfalls. I'm trying to think if there's a match that there's no pinfalls involved, i.e. the Punjabi match. There's no pinfall, it's whoever gets out, right?
Right. Because, I mean...
So where does the pinfall... It's not like it's not like, say, Jinder gets out, wins the match, Baron comes running down, cashes in, and he's like, oh, I'm out, I win.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
But plus, if he were to cash in, he would have to pin
Jinder.
But
with
how are you getting back into the...
Well, so no, that's what I'm saying. So would they just go, all right, real quick, we get into the ring, start the match, or would they go, since it's a Punjabi match where there were no pins, this instantly turns into a pins count anywhere match right where we're starting?
It would have to. If they did it that way, it would have to become a Falls Count Anywhere match.
I'd be
but
okay with that.
I would be too, but I don't think the contract is for a stipulation match.
I wonder if anyone's ever questioned that.
I don't think they have. So, all right, let's also do a prediction. Does Baron Corbin cash in?
No.
I agree. Does Carmella cash in?
More likely, but no.
Right, because Naomi's not even anywhere. She's not even in a match.
Right.
So.
And they're going to save... I feel they'd save a cashing in for a bigger pay-per-view.
Yeah. I mean, unless they made Naomi if they made it a 6-way match, and they made it for the title, right, and then Naomi won, then, I mean, after eliminating 5 women, Carmella just comes down, hits her move, whatever it is, pins her, then they have
her submission. I don't even know what her...
She does moves?
That's Cass.
And then they have their rematch at SummerSlam. But I feel like whoever wins the number one contenders match will face Naomi at SummerSlam.
Right.
Then Carmella will cash in.
Yeah, because I feel like they're gonna use the time. I feel like they gave Carmella the Money in the Bank to give her time to progress.
Yeah.
Which on the mic she has been.
Yeah.
She hasn't really had too much in-ring stuff.
Right.
Actually, has she even had a match of any sort since?
Just the rematch of the Money in the Bank.
That's what I meant, though, since then.
No. I don't think so.
I don't either.
And I'm going to predict right now that Corbin's not cashing in until WrestleMania.
Yeah, I expect him to have it for a while.
Because he has no reason, like...
What if it's a Survivor Series?
His whole story is that he
cashes in on the SmackDown one. He goes to SmackDown.
He's already on SmackDown.
Testing you.
Yeah, because the whole buildup of Baron Corbin is that he's just this destructive monster. He's the Braun Strowman of SmackDown.
Right.
He can beat anybody he wants whenever he wants. He wants another WrestleMania moment. So,
maybe.
which I don't like because then he's gonna be. I like Baron Corbin.
I like Baron.
If he's going to
Still
take,
don't like his cadence.
if he's going to take the title, I'd rather he do it sooner, and then lose it down the road before WrestleMania.
I'd rather.
I'm not ready for him to be the champ on SmackDown. U.S. title, sure. Go over to Raw and become Intercontinental champ, maybe.
What if? I say, what if he does cash in on Jinder? Because they kind of want the belt off Jinder now, anyways.
He would have to cash in the beginning of the match, and then it would be a triple threat Punjabi prison match.
Well, just for argument's sake, let's say it's not that, and he cashes in at the end, and they do it the way you said, where it's just falls count anywhere. Obviously, he's exhausted from it, so it's just a quick one.
Right.
Baron's your new champ. Interject AJ later on down the road, because they kind of had a thing for a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't even care what AJ does with the U.S. Championship. Keep them both.
Yeah, I mean...
Just have Baron have it for a little while, and then have it where AJ has it going into WrestleMania. And as much as
Baron would have it for too long then. I hate how Raw, the title picture for Raw, there's like 6+ guys where you're like, totally, want you to have that Universal title. Over on SmackDown...
It's like 2?
Yeah. 3 maybe?
AJ, Shinsuke, Sammy, Kevin...
Yeah, AJ, Shinsuke, and Kevin for sure. Sammy, I want to see win the U.S. title first.
Yeah, I agree. But I just meant, having the belt.
Cena, but he's not really in the picture. Rusev,
and that's more them than me.
He's not really in the picture.
Yeah.
SmackDown's doing it right as far as I'm concerned with title pictures.
Yeah, they're not making it feel overcrowded. At least I still am sick of all these tag team matches.
Right. I mean, because Raw, you have such a large number, and then they're like, oh, by the way, Big Cass is putting his hat in the ring.
Derp.
But anyway, all right, so this is a first for us, not even from doing the show, but just in general, where we 100% agree on everything. And now I've lost the page because I was going to do...
the women's one's probably the one that's going to get us both.
Probably.
What are you looking for?
This. So we both have Ty, we both have Mike, we both have Lana, AJ, Baron, Usos, Rusev, and Jinder. And we both agree that Baron's not cashing in, and we agree that Carmella's not cashing in.
And we also agreed that AJ's leaving with the belt, whether or not he technically wins the match.
Yes, and the Usos are leaving with the belts, whether or not they win the match.
Correct.
And Jinder is leaving with the belt. The
Well,
only outcome is
there's
winning.
no way out. There's no out for that.
Right. The only outcome is winning the match. Okay.
That's all she wrote.
So, yep. Like, share, subscribe. Facebook, Instagram, NA.podcast919. Twitter, NA_podcast919. SoundCloud, NA Podcast 919. All that stuff. Enjoy Battleground. Deuces.
Or don't. Deuces.